Well, welcome. This is the Witchy Tom Radio Show. This is your host, Witchy Tom. Thank you for joining us for another episode of the Witchy Tom Radio Show. This is the entirety of the November 10th Betray Us Betrayed Witchy Tom Radio Show. Remember, if you have interesting things or otherwise comments, contact us at 585-209-0492. And once again, Witchy Tom.
It's the Witchy Tom Radio Show. Well, folks, it's the Witchy Tom Radio Show. I'm getting ready to broadcast live now on the air. Right now I'm playing it through the telephone, which is the way I have to communicate with you wonderful people. And hello, it's the Witchy Tom Radio Show. I'm covering the mic while I'm talking to YouTube and Ustream at the same time. Welcome, this is Witchy Tom of the Witchy Tom Radio Show, where you actually see a guy talking on the phone, and that's the gist of the conversation. But guess what, folks? Dun, dun, dun. It's been a long time coming since Wicked Witchy Tom has been here, so we introduce you with some music. For people of the fantastic and otherwise beautiful, sexy, and wonderful Blog Talk Radio audience, this is your blogger Blue, Witchy Tom. And today we have some terrible, terrible news. Betrayers betrayed? What's this we hear? Yes, Betrayers has been betrayed. According to Yahoo, and this is the Reuters News, the FBI investigation has led to the discovery of Central Intelligence Director David Petraeus' affair with author Paula Broadwell, which sparked by suspicious emails that initially did contain any connection between Petraeus, said U.S. law official security, and Rutgers and Saturday, but the CIA director's name unexpectedly turned out in a series of investigations of two officials and two other sources that briefly spoke on the matter. Isn't this scandalous? It's scandalous. But when we continue on the betraying of Petraeus, it is an issue with two women, and that stumbled across Petraeus, a U.S. government official source said. The Washington Evening Post reported on Saturday that the FBI probe was triggered when Broadwell was sent threatening emails by an unidentified source or an unidentified woman close to the Central Intelligence Agency director. The woman went to the FBI, which traced threats to Broadwell, and then uncovered illicit emails between Petraeus and Broadwell, said the Post. Oh, my God. It's terrible. It's terrifying. Petraeus betrayed. It continues. Attempt by Reuters and other news media to reach Broadwell, an Army Reserve author, and an author of a biography of Petraeus have been unsuccessful. Oh, just sad. Very sad stuff. And the FBI and CIA declined to comment on Saturday. But many questions in this case remain unanswered publicly. The identity of the second woman, the precise nature of the emails that launched the FBI investigation, and whether U.S. security was compromised in any way remain a mystery. Nor is it easy or is it clear to understand why the FBI waited until Election Day to tell the U.S. Director of National Security or National Intelligence or National Stupidity. We don't know what the name is actually. But James Clapper. Do we feel that James Clapper could be in on some of this? Petraeus was betrayed. Did he get the clap as well? Well, let's stay tuned and find out. But he oversees, Mr. Clapper, the CIA and other intelligence agencies, which are about its investigation with the involvement with Petraeus. But the CIA director announced his resignation on Friday, acknowledging that an extramarital affair and saying that he had extremely poor judgment. Well, let me tell you something really. If you had seen General Petraeus, seen General Petraeus' wife, Hollister, which we'll get to momentarily, it was terrible. It was terrifying. It really was bad. It was really, really, really bad. But even though Petraeus was betrayed, the developments likely ended the public career of one of the United States' most highly regarded and highly decorated generals, who was credited with helping pull out Iraq out of a civil war and led the U.S. and NATO troops in Afghanistan. Meanwhile, news new details emerge on Saturday about the developments in the final days leading to Petraeus' departure from atop the CIA. Clapper. I just love the name Clapper. It's just so bloggy silly. But Clapper was notified by the FBI on Tuesday at about 5 p.m., just as he returned from the United States elections were about to come in. The results of those elections, the situation involved Director Petraeus being betrayed. A senior intelligence official said Clapper and Petraeus then spoke that evening and the following morning. The White House was notified Wednesday. Oh, what a bold thing. That Director Clapper, as a friend, as a colleague, as a general fellow officer, advised Petraeus that he should do the right thing. Yes, you should do the right thing, oh boy. You should step down. It gets better. Because Clapper is a retired Air Force Lieutenant General. Petraeus served nearly 4 decades in the United States Army. On Wednesday, Clapper notified the National Security Council at the White House that Petraeus was considering resignation and resigning, and President Obama should be informed. Now, United States law enforcement and intelligence officials agreed that to discuss the Petraeus matter only on the condition of anonymity. Anonymity? What is that word? What does anonymity mean? Does it mean that's right, it means chicken shit. In other words, it means they're chicken shit. But because of the issue's sensitivity and because it is subject to a law enforcement investigation, they could not comment further because they're chickens. But, however, the official and the 2 sources briefed on the matter and said that there was no evidence had turned up that suggests that Petraeus had become vulnerable to espionage or blackmail. And at this point, it appears unlikely that anybody will be charged with a crime as a result of this investigation. Just a large waste of federal funds to besmear the Director of National Intelligence. The FBI investigation became fairly recent, months ago rather than years ago, when Petraeus would have been in uniform as one of U.S.'s top field commanders, says the officials. Taka. And so on and so forth goes the betrayal of Petraeus. Okay. Now, the betrayal of Petraeus. This is a terrible, terrible.
But in any case, we're here. We're on the Witchy Tom radio show, and we're discussing the matter of General Petraeus. We had just gone into reviewing the facts. Now look, besides all the wishy-washy stuff, Petraeus was, obviously, for uneducated people, in charge of U.S. Central Command, which is located in Pakistan. And this, we have the guy who served in Iraq, the guy who served in McGill Air Force Base, Taka. He basically ended the war in Afghanistan and basically subsided the war in Iraq. He basically ended 2 wars. But what's our way to thank General Petraeus? It's easy. Let's betray Petraeus. That's what I like to call it, betraying Petraeus. Now, the easiest thing is, how is it so convenient that General Petraeus' resignation was forced on Wednesday, the day after the elections, and so conveniently came about that Petraeus is now looking for a new job, let's say, probably with Fox News before it's over. But I find it a very unseemly duty of what they did to General Petraeus, because Petraeus had been one of the top U.S. commanders for the last 15 years. He was one of the top U.S. commanders, and Petraeus has been in almost every action since Vietnam, but they found it befitting, becoming, and otherwise deserving of such a respectable, such an honest, such a hard-working officer, that the little idiosyncrasy he had was having what they call a quote-unquote extramarital affair, was their justifications to get rid of him. For me, I don't find that sensible, because we had Clinton, we have almost every law officer, politician, and anybody who's in the intelligence industry is having extramarital affairs. It's a bullshit, bogus excuse to get rid of Petraeus because it's convenient. And now we can put some other idiots in the Director of Central Intelligence, which for me is a very, very big, bad, horrible, terrible, or otherwise very stupid mistake. In case you're just joining us, today on Blog Talk Radio and on YouTube, we are broadcasting The Betrayal of Betrayus, a very interesting, wonderful topic. In case I'm repeating myself too much, General Betrayus, it was announced today that he was forced, quote unquote, to resign from the office of the Director of Central Intelligence. And obviously the reason is that they forced him to resign is he wasn't doing something they liked. And it was an easy, convenient excuse that a Federal Bureau of Investigation probe was launched to investigate. Now, an unidentified woman claims that the writer of Betrayus' autobiography, who was, quote-unquote, having an affair with Betrayus as well, was sending threatening emails to her, warning her to stay away from Betrayus, or whatever nonsense that they have. But it seems all too convenient, and people forget this, and it's so easily seen in theatrics, things like Casino Jack, Fury hath no scorn like the, what is it? Wrath, have no fury, like a scorned woman. Maybe it's something like that. Psychotic women? Yeah, psychotic women usually like to go around and just get even with people. So this woman found an opportune moment to take down a 4-star general. Good job, lady. I hope you get fucked. But in any case, on my own personal opinion and how I feel about General Betrayus is he was an excellent commander in the field. He had full tactical and full offensive command of his troops. And I think it's a shame that this country, under such fake moral, moral soapboxing, let's say, it's going to be on The View on Monday. Oh, Betrayus betrayed his wife. No. It's obvious that him and his wife have an arrangement. Because if you've seen his wife, you would know that she actually makes the women on The View look pretty. And that's a very scary notion. That's very scary. But I am all for General Betrayus. I would have felt honored, privileged, and otherwise deeply honored to serve under Betrayus. Let me use that word honored a couple more times. But let me tell you, somebody who lived and breathed Afghanistan and the Iraqi conflict the better part of a decade has my full respect. And I think that the United States government owes a great amount of deference to General Betrayus, and I think that the betrayal of General Betrayus is a terrible thing. It's kind of like, it seems like a bad version of 7 Days in May, that General Betrayus, obviously, he was going to launch a coup, so we had to take him out. It's something terrible like that, but in any case, I think that's a very bad move, very bad move. And that's it for my wicked, wicked, wicked news. Now we're going to take a short commercial break on YouTube, dun, dun, dun. And we don't have much time left on the show. We have 11 minutes. Ooh. But in any case, we're going to continue on YouTube with our Blog Talk Radio. We'll be right back on Blog Talk. So, we have to now prepare for Creepos of Craigslist. And as I explained before the video shut off before, my name is Witchy Tom, Thomas E. Parisi. I developed the concept for the Witchy Tom radio show last year, or rather earlier this year. I had gone to an event called the Rainbow Gathering. The Rainbow Gathering is a bunch of hippies meeting in the forest, having big fires and celebrating. So they gave me the name of Witchy, or Witchy Tom. Everybody thought it was Wichita, Wichita, like that, like this town. Like, no, it's Witchy Tom. So now I'm just Witchy. It's so much easier. In any case, my radio show I've been doing for about 6 months now. The main purpose of it is my kind of crazy slant-sided thing like Hunter and Thompson on journalism, plus the fact that I like to do expose pieces. I work on a little newspaper called the Jail Paper, and I figured it'd be nice to do other things like Creepos of Craigslist. And what's Creepos of Craigslist is exposing creepy, otherwise nasty people on Craigslist, putting up sex ads, trying to exploit people. Freaks of Facebook, is another one we started to do for a while, which was just the worst profile pictures, the most terrifying personalities. People that really, instead of being on Facebook, there should be like these people should be on a database. Like, if you find these emails or these images, don't put these people on any social medias, because that's how horrifying they are. And also, Witchy's words of wisdom. Which is where Witchy's words of wisdom, we try to give you logical sense. And the most devilish creation I've come up with yet, which is Mao Ping! Mao!
Today, the People's Republic of China wishes to tell you that many exciting things could happen here in the United States. Remember, United States owned by China. Mao, Mao. So I developed this interpretation of Mao Zedong, the former dictator of the People's Republic of China, the founder of the People's Republic of China, basically the Chinese Lenin, and turn him into a character. Now, we're not doing yet, but people have been trying to force me to, which I'm getting ready to shortly. I've only done one successful one, but we're getting ready to start to do prank calls. I know it sounds terrible, right? Doing prank calls, pranking people? No. These are thought-provoking prank calls, and to people that should be pranked, or not pranked enough. So in any case, we're very excited that you've joined the Witchy Tom Radio Show. This is the YouTube audience. Right here, this is my blog talk audience, which is, welcome back to the Witchy Tom Radio Show. This is Witchy Tom, your host with the most, the madness. We're reviewing what we've done. It was wicked, wicked news. Today in Wicked, Wicked News, Patreus Betrayed. Now, what's up next? Dun, dun, dun! Creepos of Craigslist. That's right, the most terrifying, the most electrifying, the most horrific things in the world, Creepos of Craigslist. And today, dun, 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 from a random city in the beautiful state of Florida, dun, 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 St. Augustine. We're looking for casual encounters and dun, 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 tranny for man. Ooh, this sounds so much fun, but it's really more fun from my seat as opposed to yours because I can see it. But if you're online, go to staugustine.craigslist.org, and you will see what I'm seeing, and that's how terrifying. The whole point of Creepos of Craigslist is we like to highlight and otherwise rectify the nasty, crazy, terrifying things that people put on Craigslist that they should never put on Craigslist. It's horrific. But, dun 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 dun, sexual health, tranny for man, 43 Mulberry Villages. Okay, it's not as terrifying as you think, but it's pretty bad. It's a pair of man legs. I like to call them man legs. When you're dealing with trannies, you have to have the right type of tone. This is coming from Ocala, but Mulberry is actually closer to, I guess it's closer to Gainesville. But sexual health and general health are very much linked. There is no magic pill looking for guys interested in improving their health. Tranny for tranny, tranny for man, tranny for woman. But it doesn't make sense because it's a pair of man legs. In the picture, I put this on the After Effects Witchy Tom show. It's a picture of dude legs, and they're like, I don't know, crossed over. It's a really horrible sight. Not something you want to see. Oh my god. Okay, moving on. CD Fun Anyone, tranny for man, 33. And oh my god, you don't want to know how terrifying this is, but it is. It's a dude with man boobs leaning over a television stand. Look at my face. I'm looking on YouTube webcam, and I'm on Blog Talk. And I'm, hold on. Excuse me, I had to throw up a little bit. It's really that bad, people. Come on. The dude looks like a dude. He has a long black wig on. He has no underwear on, and he's wearing a negligee with fishnet stockings. I shit you not. Okay, that's number one. Number two is it's even more horrifying because the dude has what looks like he has like man boobs. I don't know if they're real man boobs, and I don't want to know because thanks be to God he's at least wearing a negligee. He's helping us swallow this. But it looks like a man wearing lipstick. And now, CD Fun Anyone, which means tranny for man 33. CD, in case people don't know these innuendos. It took me a while to figure them out, but it means crossdresser fun anyone. Looking for some fun soon, period. Maybe even as soon as tomorrow night. And it's all written in horrible text code. You have to like decipher what these people say. But Top Pick can host, loves CDs as in not first timer, licks ass pussy. I am throwing up a little bit more. Likes their cock in all my holes, Triple X Fun Action, I am me, email me, Mike1K1S Good Yahoo. Oh, I guess it's Mike1K1S Good@yahoo.com. But oh my God, really, people, you have no clue how bad this is. It's that fucking bad. It's really that bad. And if you see what I'm seeing, I swear to God, you're not going to be like the miffed with me. This is on the Ocala Craigslist under casual encounters, T for M, which is tranny for woman. This is bad. I'm going to continue the rest of the show until like the last 2 or 3 minutes on this. But boom. You can also see this, by the way, people. You can also see this on my After Hours site, which I'm going to do an edited video of this later. I just have to save this real fast. But look, while I'm dawdling and I'm working on this, I want to illustrate that anybody who's listening, come on, people, this stuff is fucking sick. I use profanity, and let me clarify why I use profanity. I'm from New York, in case you didn't know. I'm a little blondie. I change my hair color all the time. It's so much fun to have the miracle of hair color. Tomorrow I have black. Today I have blonde. Later on the week I might have blue. But hey, that's just me. But these fucking people with their creepos of Craigslist shit, they just get me every fucking time. It's such sick shit. Now I had another one that I'm going to throw on the big board right now. This one I pulled from Tampa, and I'm just opening up the document so I can see it. But this one I pulled from Tampa was really cute. No, don't replace that. This one I pulled from Tampa was really cute. It was an ad for a topless maid. Let me jump to it so I can read it to you. Okay, topless maid, Hillsborough. Seeking sexy female for maid service to clean home twice a week, in the nude or topless. I will pay $600 a week. Email your contact information, your photo, your hours, and when you can start. Now look, I don't know where the fuck these people get the nerve, but it's cute. Oh my God, it's so cute. But it's like, you want to hire a woman for $600 a week. I don't know how messy you are, really. How messy is somebody for $600 a week? You must be a fucking slob. But if you want to hire somebody for $600 a week to clean their house, means that you have maybe something else in mind. I would never, even in my darkest hour, pay somebody $50 to clean my house, let alone $600. And hey, I had a beautiful wife at one time, so I never asked her to clean the house topless. That would have been interesting, though. But that's really fucking sick. It's a new level of sick and twistedness. Now, look, we only have 2 minutes left on the Blog Talk show, so we're going to switch to Witchy's Words of Wisdom. But look, if you have any suggestions, terrible things that you would like to get on the air for Creepers of Craigslist, you can call 585-209-0492 or otherwise send us a wicked, wicked message. But today, Witchy's Words of Wisdom, in the end, final 1 to 2 minutes of my live show is don't date psychopaths. It's not good for you. If you date a psychopath, it's a bad thing. I have distractions, but psychopaths are not good for you. And look, do not date anybody off Craigslist. It's a terrible, terrible idea. If you do it, you'll regret it. But don't do it! I don't know, I'm just losing it, people. It's just funny, but hey, reading too much of this Cripples of Craigslist is taking my mind to a new level. Well, remember, thank you for joining the Witchy Tom Radio Show. You can reach us at www.thomasccalisi.com or www.witchytom.weeble.com or Google, YouTube, or otherwise search Bing for the Witchy, Wicked Tom. Once again, this Witchy Tom Radio Show broadcasting to you live, and tomorrow will be at midnight. The Witchy Tom Radio Show. Thanks you for listening, and we shall see you once again. Witchy Tom. Well, thank you, audience, for tuning into the Witchy Tom Radio Show. Once again, my name is Witchy Tom. If you have thoughts, suggestions, or otherwise would like to be on the Witchy Tom Radio Show, we have an audience of anywhere between 200 and 500 people a day, and we are gradually expanding. If you'd like to host your website down here, let me put If you can put your website right here, up there, over here. Become our friends. Hang out with us. Tell me why I should promote you, and I will. Remember, Witchy Tom loves Connor, but Witchy Tom loves you more. Remember, Witchy Tom. Bye, folks.